Hey guys, we're super excited to be here at the LA Fit Expo. It's our third year in a row. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs. And we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods, Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Friday, October 23rd, 2020. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Second straight year in a row, the way Big Ramy is, well, you might slowly be creeping into desperate times territory. Earlier this week, we posed a question on Instagram about whether or not Ramy should get a special invite to the Olympia this year, which sparked a huge debate in the comment section. Now, I'm not here to voice my opinion about whether I feel one way or another, but most of you know how I feel. All I'm saying is that this is a question that's on a lot of people's minds right now. And seeing that Ramy already got the special invite, I guess all we can say is, hopefully, Ramy at the Olympia will be exactly what the Olympia needs. He's a big draw, and big draws bring more attention to the biggest event of the year. In a year where a show itself is going to take a huge hit from a lack of ticket sales, and now with no Flex Lewis or Shawn Rhoden in the lineup, well, you need people to make fans want to buy the pay-per-view, and Ramy is definitely one of these people. Now, moving into Shawn Rhoden territory, on Sunday, Shawn became the second former Olympia champ to pull out of this year's contest within the last week during an interview with Jay Cutler TV. During that interview, Shawn cited his ongoing legal battle from allegations that arose last year as the primary reason for him being forced to pull out. But he did say that he still plans to keep training and keep dieting because he believes that one day he will be vindicated and be back on the Olympia stage. This isn't a courtroom, and I'm not going to litigate the facts of the case. For me, this is more of a time issue. Even if he does come back next year, it'll be more than 2 full years since the last time he competed, and I think Shawn will be almost 47 years old. I've said this a million times, Father Time is undefeated. Even for all-time great athletes, losing 2 years of your prime is tough, and I guess only time will tell whether or not he can get back to who he was back in 2018. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that water boils at 212 degrees Fahrenheit? That's 100 degrees Celsius out there for you guys who are on the metric system. Now, here's a not so fun fact for you. The beef that erupted between Ferguson and Jeremy Buendia last week was so hot that boiling doesn't even begin to describe the level these two were at. I know the feud between these two dates back a few years, and at this point I'm not even sure what started it. But last weekend it seems like it finally hit the boiling point when these two started trading jabs back and forth through text and social media, which ultimately led to one calling out the other for a fist fight. To be honest, I truly don't care what was said, but as someone who considers himself an ambassador for the sport, having stuff like this spill over for public consumption feels like a bad look for everyone involved. Contrary to popular belief, not all press is good press. Having two champions openly feuding and airing their dirty laundry isn't some ultra display of being an alpha male. It's childish. The rising tide really does lift all boats, and we want this industry to keep rising as exactly the kind of stuff we need to stop airing in the public eye. Sometimes in life it's all about the right time, right place, and the right opportunity. And in Mark Hector's case, he's hoping to find all 3 of those when he hits the stage at the Romania Pro next month. The rookie pro is a little more than 3 weeks out from making his way out to Romania, where his team believes he has a legitimate shot to break into the top 3. A few weeks ago, Mark finished 7th at the Europa Pro in a lineup that was murderer's row up at the top. But without any of those names standing in front of him, the top 3 here is easily within striking distance. On paper, Mark has all the tools we look for in a guy who could quote unquote be on the verge of breaking through. But a top 3 finish would go a long way here towards speeding up that whole process. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.